Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and it is good to be back making videos again, doing analysis. I just came back from vacation not too long ago, getting back into the groove of things, and let's dive in right into the analysis. And we're going to do something special. We're going to take a look at all the charts from previously. What I've been charting to see if it's been holding up and if it's been accurate because I've been gone for a few weeks, and sometimes a good way to see if your charts work and if your target levels work is put your targets out, you leave them there, and then you come back a few weeks later to see, if everything held up. And I was actually surprised by taking a look at a lot of charts. A lot of charts held up, and my levels held up, and everything's been playing out beautifully. So let's dive into it. I'll take a look at Amazon first. I'll take a look at the big cap names. We'll dive into the indices in just a few moments. I just wanted to check up and update everyone on what's going on. So again, Amazon's been playing out beautifully. The Wave 3 extension has been continuing, and rightfully so, erasing divergence. So you can see this is clearly a Wave 3, and it's continuing to extend. You got a Wave 4 pullback. You need another high on Amazon. Apple here has been chopping sideways. I think it's about to get another leg lower here, down into 216, and then possibly bounce out and continue to rally higher, unless this fifth wave is really complete and it's topped out and that's it. Then that's gonna mark the end for Apple, and it's gonna start its big downtrend here at a whole new cycle lower. But we'll see. Warren Buffett seems to know something we don't, as he continues to unload shares of Apple. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft still in this bearish pattern. Nothing has really changed on Microsoft. Google did something very surprising. It actually came back up, made another high, but now with some bearish divergence. So you could actually say that you could maybe call this a 5-wave move up inside of the C leg. And now it should be done, right? 3-wave and then bearish divergence on the 4-hour. And now it's going to start to roll over. This was a pretty crazy candle on Google. Was it? Oh, sorry, was it a candle? Oh no, sorry, it doesn't look. It looked like a candle, but it came back up, filled the gap again, and then started to roll over pretty dramatically. It's bouncing back up today again, so we'll have to see what Google is going to do. But I seem to think that Google is getting ready for another leg lower here. Meta has been holding the buy area. It reacted nicely initially, but really it's in more of a complex correction. But I would hold here on Meta and stop out below 533. Tesla continues to churn higher here. It needs another fifth wave extension. NVIDIA is an interesting one because we got earnings coming up soon. I believe it's this week on Wednesday, and it's pretty much completed all of its waves, all of its counts are basically done here. And what you need now is what is this? Yeah, what you need now is essentially either a fifth wave extension or you erase divergence, you gap up, and you continue to run higher like crazy, right? So that would be your favored scenario here for NVIDIA, for you to continue to push higher. But I don't know if it's got any gas left in the tank here. Maybe it's running on steam and it doesn't have enough juice to continue pumping on earnings and continue beating it. But we'll see. They continue to beat earnings, on revenue and stuff like that by 2 billion almost, and looks like they continue to raise guidance as well. You got the whole SMCI debacle, and again, and this is another chart that I've been, once we were up here, I told you guys once we were going to break down, it's probably going to correct down back into this buy area. SMCI is now back down to these levels here. There seems to be a lot of fear due to their fraud and potential accounting fraud and all that stuff that's been going on. And I warned people that were so delusional up here, thinking it was going to go to 3,000. At the time, the stock was $1,000 a share, and they thought it was going to 3,000. And you're never going to see these prices again. You're never. This is this generational buying opportunity. All the nonsense, and then this played out. The X wave, the complex correction took over, and rightfully so. we stayed out of it, and people are like laughing. They're never gonna see this. Haha, I'm leveraging everything, max call option. It's very sad to see people that cannot see the other side of the trade. Yeah, you could have seen a little bit more upside, but the problem is you're just risking so much for so little. And now, you know, the chart played out beautifully. Now you're in the buy area, and they're nowhere near to be seen because all the bad news. So it could be a great buying opportunity. But again, I don't like the news on SOCI right now, so that's why I'm refraining from even adding it to the portfolio. We'll take a look at AMD. So AMD is another one that's been playing out very nicely. Again, we are in the short area, rejected. It should be coming down in a wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Sorry, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yep, but right now we're still inside of this wave 3. Looks like it needs more downside before it's all said and done. Target's $100. All right, let's take a look at Intel. We haven't checked Intel in a while. I'm pretty sure Intel had a nice pump the other day. Intel needs to correct higher. Actually, still inside of its correction. Could have ended it right here with no divergence. ABC. So this could have marked the end here. If that's really it. All right. If it wants to do another wave up, then we'll have to readjust the count. But really, I still think we're inside of this wave 4, and Intel's going to start to come back down to the $7 area to maybe even as low as $2. But again, people seem to think that these things can never happen. And I mean, Intel fell from 68 all the way back down to 25, right? And this has been a long-term hold here in the Dow. I believe there was at the Dow Jones for a very long time. They had removed it and added NVDA because they need a pumper to continue to pump the Dow Jones. And we'll take a look at a few other ones. So let's take a look at the indices now, right? What are the indices doing? We've been tracking the indices perfectly here, and right now could have ended a 5th wave. The 5th wave can continue to extend. We can get on these smaller time frames here. So we hit the buy area, pumped tremendously from there. Big correction down. This could be either a wave 2 and you're getting ready for a major pump in the markets, or you're already done and it's done, and now you're starting the corrective move down, which would be an ABC, and you're starting the whole new cycle lower. I see some YouTubers are already calling the top in again, and again, you can't get too hasty doing that because it can easily continue to pump because people are really bullish on the economy now. I mean, the economy is not doing great, but they're very bullish on Trump and hopeful in that he's going to do the right thing and prop up the markets and continue to do the right thing for the economy, right? So, anyways, my opinion, he's gonna be much better than Biden in terms of the economy and the market, but I think he's being handed a very bad state of the economy when he's going to be coming into the office. I think they're doing as much as they can to destroy it. Anyways, that's just my personal opinions. Let me continue on. We'll take a look at the Qs here. So the Qs is extending inside of this X wave. It's back down below its previous all-time high. It's 503. It's at 499.99. Again, this one I'm still bearish on the tech sector, because when I take a look at the SMH could be in a topping phase here and could have easily been rejected at these levels, at this double top. Again, I really wanted the 269 level to be hit, but it could easily continue to fall apart here. It has been doing so for the last couple of trading sessions. It's just been hammered down 9%, but it doesn't mean that it's all over, because if you really want to force it, you could actually say, oh, this was the B wave, and then you're getting another C leg down, because you could actually make a 3-wave move out of this, right, for your B wave. And if you want to force the C leg, then really, I mean, the target is pretty much the same, if not higher now, because it's a 1-to-1 extension, not a flat. But I would just call it like something like this. If you start to go below 235, I would have to say that the top is in for the SMH, and if the SMH starts to roll over and all these semiconductor stocks start to plummet, then you're probably going to see the QQQ start to get hammered down as well, and then a whole new cycle lower is going to start for the Qs, and it's going to be very painful and unfortunate. The IWM gapped higher, hit the major and probably final sell area in my opinion, and I think we should be done now in terms of the move, and we should start to correct down pretty significantly from these levels. Again, bounces are to be shorted in my opinion on the IWM. I'm seeing a long time bear on the market starting to flip long at finally at the all-time highs with a triple leverage ETF at the last minute. So that's interesting because now that Trump's in charge, he flipped long with a triple leverage ETF on the small caps. So again, he had the entire opportunity to do it down here. He didn't do it. He's flipping long now. So maybe that's a warning sign that maybe the market is going to take another plunge down. Let's cover a few more names here. We'll take a look at PayPal. We always check PayPal from time to time. There you go. PayPal looks like had a shallow wave 2. Could also still be extending the wave 1. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Okay, I mean, you can easily make the case that you're still inside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually marked the 5th wave here. You could actually mark the wave 2 in, and this is going to continue to pump higher, and that would be very bullish. That would be very bullish setup here for PayPal. We'll take a look at a position that actually was stopped out of on my vacation, and it is CELH. This one, unfortunately, continues to plummet lower. I think we are nearing a low, but again, my level broke. We crossed a pretty significant historical trend line as well. I mean, it's not like dating back to 2008 or anything, but it's from 2020, and then you had this pivot and you broke this pivot now. Where is it going to end? Like, when is the selling going to stop, right? And for me, I think we're going to play out like something like this. As the divergence continues to build, you're going to get that big up day one day, and it's going to pump back up like 100%. People are going to FOMO in, and then it's going to rip down once again. Let's see here. What else have we got going on? Yeah, some of my members are thinking this market is turning into a giant bear flag, so we'll take a look at it. Let's see here. I think it's one of my members is referring to this big move that we've gotten into the SPY. Excuse me. I guess it's something like this, a bear flag, but it's a bear flag. Usually you have the peak up here, and then the move down, and then the bear flag happens. Which is this. Right, the bear flag, and then the move down continues. So usually you don't have the bear flag exceed the peak of where the sell-off started, which is something like this, right? Sell-off started, and then the bear flag continued, right? Yeah, I mean, it could be, but not in my opinion. But anything is possible. Crypto has been going a little bit crazy. Let's take a look at some of our miners, some of our counts. So you could see this wave 3 pumped pretty hard. Now you got this wave 2 pullback. Wave 4, and you need another 5th wave extension to continue the pump. If not, then this was another correction inside of a correction, and you're still going to go lower, which is unfortunate on the Bitcoin miners. MS MicroStrategy continues to surge higher to new all-time highs. This thing is on a roll. It just won't stop pumping. It's insane. It's very funny too to see it go straight up and people buy it, and it's like it has nothing to do with the company. It's just like a Bitcoin pumping stock at this point. Hut mining is another good one here. Unfortunately, I closed my position a little bit too early on this one as it continued to surge higher. And this one is a long-term hold, in my opinion. I think you're going to see much more upside coming in hut mining. I was talking about hut mining at like $7 when no one was talking about it and no one wanted to buy it. And now it's up 300% since I talked about it. We'll take a look at a few other ones as well. Wow, look at those gold stocks. Gold stocks pumping. Silver miners pumping hard today. I'm pretty sure Newmont Mining's been hammered into the abyss after its earnings report. It dropped like 30%. Yeah, big time. And let's see here. Let's take a look at the Japanese yen. See where our count is on the Japanese yen. The Japanese yen has exceeded my flat target, but is struggling a little bit here. So we'll take a look at the daily time frame. You continue to build a bearish divergence here on the fifth wave. So in my opinion, I think this is going to come to an end pretty abruptly at one point, and you'll know when you see it. Like you'll see one of these candles, right? And that'll mark the high for the USD JPY pair, and that's probably going to mark the high for the market. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and maybe everything continues to pump up, and the Japanese yen continues to surge higher. Right? I could be easily wrong, and everything just continues to weaken. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. GME, I'll do a separate video for that, but that one's been playing out beautifully. Crypto. Yeah, I think I've covered everything here. Again, if you guys want to join the Discord, the link's in the description. And if you guys want to join with lifetime access, you just have to sign up with an FTMO account. And obviously, you have to purchase a challenge. You can't just sign up for free and expect to come in. You have to follow the steps. And I'm pretty sure I posted a tutorial on YouTube for you guys. It's good to be back. And actually, before I wrap it up, let me take a look at TLT. I'll cover TLT one more time. Again, the fifth wave continues to extend with bearish divergence, and it looks like there's almost no end in sight, which is unfortunate for the people who are long TLT. But I told you guys many weeks ago that we exited our TLT position after this gap down. The momentum was too much, triggered our stops, and then I took my profits on the position, rightfully so, as it continued to melt down another 8%, right? And I think that TLT will get a bounce eventually, but it's going to be a bounce to be shorted, and I think yields are going higher, which means a lot of inflation is coming in the future. That is just my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I can be completely wrong, but I think the TLT is going to see new lows in the future, and it's going to be something we've never seen before. Same thing here for the yields. I think the yields are going to surge higher in the future. Anyways, have a good night, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.